This video is going to be a little different. Welcome back, my name is Michelle, and if you didn't know, I'm a huge fan of all things Harry Potter. One of my most popular videos on this channel has to do with Harry Potter, so I thought it would only be fitting to do a review, or rather experience review, of the Harry Potter Forbidden Forest experience that is happening here in Dallas, Texas. If I'm not mistaken, this event is still being held until the beginnings of January, so if you're in the area and you want to check it out, you still have time. Now, what is the Forbidden Forest experience? Well, without major spoiler alerts, later in this video, it's an interactive walk around the park, showcasing famous scenes of the beloved Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts series. Now, let's get into the basics. Ticket prices. For adults, $56, child, $41. They do offer senior, student, and military discount for $53, and they also offer deluxe bundles. Adult, $87, and for a child, $72. Plus, here's a hot tip, go ahead and pay for parking ahead of time. Now, digging deeper on the deluxe bundle, you get a tote bag, a butterbeer cup, a light up lanyard, a Kinder Egg, which I found to be kind of random, a paint your own house cookie, and a souvenir letter. Now, the real question is, was the $31 markup from the regular entrance ticket worth it? Again, as someone who loves Harry Potter, no. Maybe if it came with like your first free butterbeer, but the only things I found actual value in it would be the tote bag and the butterbeer cup. But again, for $31, now let's get into the actual experience itself. And this part will include spoilers. At least here in Dallas, this experience is taken in a place in Little Elm, which any other day of the year serves as a park. You start your walk with the optional photo opportunity with the Forbidden Forest Experience statue. You pick up your deluxe bundle tote, pick up a butterbeer, and you can even go shopping. There are some picnic tables, and your last chance before the end of the walk, bathrooms. Now from there, you begin your walk. Now, unfortunately, the one night we picked, it was a rainy one. Honestly, it wasn't a bad thing or anything, but just something to note. I do think I would have taken longer, more time walking around if there was no rain. But you walk along the trail and you stop if you'd like to take pictures and admire the little scenes along the way. For example, there are owls hung from various trees, nifflers hiding, and speakers playing out particular scenes. And from time to time, but mostly towards the end, you come across the interactive parts. Now, it's not as interactive as some of us have come to know if you've ever visited the Wizarding World in Orlando, where you need to get a specific wand to activate a spell. Rather, this was more looped or timing mechanics to play out the spells, which makes sense as this whole thing was a pop-up experience versus the Wizarding World, it's a permanent, full spec'd out space. So what does that really mean? Well, you don't need a special wand or to even bring one. Thankfully, they offer wands at each interactive nook throughout the walk. We brought ours just because it helped spice up our pictures throughout. Overall, the sequence of the scenes weren't in any order according to the movies. It's very much scattered, and even mixing Fantastic Beasts into it. So you have to really know the books or the movies to really appreciate it all. Now, I'm hesitant to give you a rating because all of this is subjective. Rather, I wanted this video to be more like you're asking your super nerdy, loving Harry Potter friend, would I recommend you to go? Well, yes and no. I saw this more as a fun opportunity to spend an evening with the family, something different, something Harry Potter. But would I do the deluxe bundle again, or would I go again? No. Would I purchase alcohol there? A big no. They did offer hot chocolate, and as wonderful as it sounded, it was made out of water, not milk. The butterbeer itself felt kind of flat, nowhere near the Orlando, New York, or London locations. And as for the food, there were a few options. Thankfully, we ate beforehand, primarily so we didn't have to spend so much. Everything, as you can imagine, was crazy expensive. Plus, the sitting area was all outdoors. And as I mentioned, that night was a rainy one, so that would have been a bust. Their so-called village at the end of the experience, there were a few more places to take cute pictures in front of, but nothing grand. And you walk out a little bit further and you come across their area to shop around, which is indoors. A lot of the items were from the Noble Collection, which I thought was pretty cool. But again, everything was pretty expensive and nothing really screamed, I need that. Again, I know this was all a pop-up event, but for the price, I feel like we did overpay. If they were to do this again next year with no changes, unfortunately, I'd pass on attending. Overall, the night was fun, no regrets on going, but I do feel like it lacked something, especially if you're trying to compare it to Chicago's Harry Potter Magic at Play, which I did attend, so if that's something of interest in me giving my experience, comment down below. Would love to hear what you thought if you've already attended the Forbidden Forest experience. I do hope you found this video helpful, and I will see you guys on the next one.